Well, who cares if you don't like the union? In California and you're a teacher, shut up. You still have to pay up those union dues. But some non-union teachers are saying that's ridiculous and they're suing. Think they have a chance of winning? Dana Swickle says yes. Ashleigh Bergsten says no. Dana, to you first. Why yes?
Well, I think absolutely yes, because now's the right time. In 2012, the Supreme Court came out with a decision in Knox, which basically opened up the doors to challenging any now forced union dues. Although the Knox case was about compulsory dues that dealt with a political affiliation, now, based upon their decision, it's now opened up the doors saying that any forced dues may be an issue. And the opinion was very strong. So when there's an opening, I think they're jumping in now and will be taken.
Actually, the little detail here is that they are working in a largely unionized workforce and getting those benefits. And that is the argument the unions make for them having to pay up, whether they're part or not, right?
You know, Neil, I think that we have to look back to where unions started. It was for collective bargaining, and it was so that the group that was unionized could have more power to actually bargain. And so it would be unfair for certain teachers to get the benefits that the union was able to obtain for them when there would be no way to actually section out those that were not members of the union. And if you think about it, I mean, we as Americans are members of an organization that we have to pay dues. We pay taxes, and we don't necessarily believe when we pay those taxes in what those tax dollars are going towards.
Dana, does that argument fly?
I don't think so at this point, because as you know, unions a long time ago had a lot more power than what they have now. And now people are saying, listen, why should I be forced to pay for these quote unquote services that I don't agree with, that I don't want to be a part of? Let me go do my own quote unquote free association under the First Amendment rights. I mean, this new lawsuit is based upon the violation of their freedom of speech and freedom of association, a First Amendment violation. This is going to hold some muster, and I really think that they have an excellent argument. If you look at the opinion in the Knox case at this particular point, the unions are forcing things down now on people, and they don't want that anymore. Now is the time where people are standing up and saying, listen, I don't want your service. I shouldn't have to pay for it. Let me join a different union, or let me make changes in the current union so that we can do what we want to do, not what you're forcing down our throat.
What if the workers were to say then, and Ashleigh, this is to your point about if you're all in a largely union shop, you pay those union dues whether you're a member or not. They say, well, then we'll take the risk on our own and be paid at a different scale and different benefits than our colleagues. Then does that differentiate?
I mean, that would be a nightmare,
Ashleigh first,
logistically. That would be a logistical nightmare. How could you possibly section off those who didn't pay dues and not allow them to partake in the benefits that the union was able to gain for them?
Because you're not in that
There'd
club.
Be no way.
I guess what I'm saying, you're not in that club. So here's what non-union members are entitled to. We have separate benefits for them versus others. You know what I mean?
Right, and that would be a nightmare. I mean, look at the Bar Association. Every lawyer is a member of their state bar association. It's forced upon us. The bar lobbies for certain things. I may not agree with what they're lobbying for. I may not think they lobby for me.
Why,
but we
Dana,
still have to be members.
Because although you have to pay bar dues, no one is necessarily forcing something down our throat. The bar does not regulate how much I work, what I make, or anything like that. I'm a lawyer who goes out, I make my own decisions, I work when I want, how I want, and what type of work I do. These unions for these teachers, they do the collective bargaining, they do affect their daily lives, and also don't forget, these unions are very political. They also have their political agendas, and that's part of the problem with what these teachers are saying. Look, they want to be able to get up now and stand for themselves, and they should be allowed to do so. It's not the same thing as a lawyer paying the bar. They're being told what they can make and how many hours they have to work. It's completely different.
All right, we'll watch very closely, ladies. Obviously, this decision could reverberate across the country. Where there are many independent workers that who work in various shops that are unionized who would be directly impacted by this. We'll keep a close eye on it.